All right, we are live. I'm gonna put this up on. Clearly, it's on TikTok, but it's gonna be on YouTube as well. I even put a snippet up on Instagram now. The Instagram account's growing big time right now. So that whole Zuckerberg going after Reels and TikTok, that's a real deal. So all right, really quick while people join up, let me tell you where the markets are. They are turning over. A little bit of a sell-off in the Dow, but we're up 760 points still, 2.2%. NASDAQ's gone flat, but it's still at 164 up. It's 1.2% up. And S&P's almost at 2% with the 885. The heat map is all green. There's probably, I can count on one hand, about 5 or 6 companies that are in the red. The top, I guess that's the top, I want to say that's the top 1,000 companies in this heat map. So I use FinViz Elite if you want to know who I use. I'll also use TradingView. Looking at them as far as the crypto goes, for the day, almost everything up. Tron's actually down today, but for the week, the thing that's sticking out to me is Luna's up 35 and Anchor's up 63%. Again, those two work together, so I understand that, right? So those two work together in the Anchor protocol. If you were to basically use Luna, I believe you buy Anchor and you can stake that, and it's 20% APY. So there you go. All right, so I am kind of moving some stuff around here. It's just a green day. It's a very good day. Are we off the bottom? That's really the question. Have we bottomed out? Was that yesterday? I will tell you this: some of the institutional graphs that I've seen, a lot of institutional investors were buying yesterday. And here's the thing: they weren't buying value stocks; they were buying growth stocks. So clearly, Square was being bought, right? So are we seeing a bottom? Now we showed you the graph a couple days ago. We go live from 2 to 2:30 every day, right? And Central Time. And we showed you the graph, like the last 5 wars, 4 of those, the day of the invasion, or right around it, the day of that invasion is typically marks the bottom. And we just start to climb up right now. It's not just this. It's going to do this, right? So could we have hit the bottom? Maybe, but I'd like to see some follow through on Monday. If the follow through is there on Monday and especially on Tuesday, then I would think that we're probably off the bottom. The bottom may be in, and that would be great for a downside risk, and then we can get back to well, one of the things is because Ukraine. So what's going on there? And there's some, so I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen on TikTok, there's some horrific stuff going on there. But at least I think they've all agreed at this point. At least I'm watching Bloomberg now, which is a fairly good news source. So so Ukraine and Russia both have agreed that, hey, we're willing to talk about to make Ukraine neutral. What that means is not really Switzerland. It just means that no, especially nuclear weapons, but no weapons can Ukraine possess, right? They can still be their own country. They're not part of Russia, right? But that's what Putin's worried about, right? He's worried about weapons that are 250 miles away from Moscow, which if those were launched, they'd be there in seconds. There's no response time. And we would be the same way too. I'm not sympathizing with Putin. I just see the other side. We all need to start, take the blinders off and look at, what is the right, what is the left saying, all that stuff, right? But we wouldn't want missiles off of Cuba, because when they were going to put them there, guess what we were about to do? We're about to go and invade there too. So I can kind of see his point, right? Now, him dragging NATO into this, that may be a real issue, or Ukraine dragging us in. All right, with that being said, let's go. Let's see what we got. What's up, Guru? Hey, brother. Good to see you, Safety J. Man, good to see you, brother. But Putin can have, Putin. Yeah, Ukraine's not as strategic as I thought, or as I once thought. So, really quick, thoughts on Dare. That's a good one. By the way, I didn't have the last 3 days. I've had a phenomenal run, like 20. I'm up 24% the last 3 days. Last night, Domo it was basically a push. You could have got 2%, but you would have had to have a 5-minute window there. So that's probably a push. It might even be a loss. But the IAA, look at that chart. It pumped, it dumped, and then it pumped, and it went up to 5%. So you could have easily had at least 2 to 5%. Well, 2 to 4%. So again, that's what the insider buys are. They typically stocks doing this. They're crappy stocks. Don't get me wrong, they're crappy stocks. But when somebody's putting $1.8 million into a crappy stock going down, they're going to know something, right? Okay, so what were we doing? I forgot. I'll do Crow in just a second. Dare. Let's do it. Dare Biosciences. You probably know more about this stock than me. I do have a downside risk at 140. You're at 149 right now. Where I get long, you're probably not going to like it, but it's not too far away. It was there in mid-February. 178, let's call it 180-ish is where I get long. You're at 149 now. Again, you've got some overhead supply that's got to chew back through, and that includes the 20-day and the 200-day. So you will bounce off those. The 20 days at 156 and the 200-day looks like about 160, 161. So that is Dare. Let's go squeeze. I don't see a high short interest on it. Insider transactions are fine. It didn't have the smallest float, so watch yourself there. Thoughts on Crow long term? I like Crow. I like what they're doing with the. I did get my card, by the way, so I got the metal jade card. In fact, got it right here. There it is. So I got that about 3 weeks ago. I really wasn't impressed with it because I don't like the prepaid part of it. I think the Voyager card, a lot better. Plus, Voyager's a broker-dealer. Crow is just a exchange. That's all they are. So I can get 3% cash back on Voyager when they bring their card out. And I can run my bank accounts through Voyager because they are broker-dealer. They actually act like a bank. So I can pay my bill. So I could actually use that card, right, get what I want on that card, prepay it, right, and then pay it back on the VGX and get the 3% there too. So pretty cool. I like Crow long term. Let's do a little bit of TA on that if I can find my there we go. All right, CRO. It's not showing great relative strength. Having a decent day to day, but the last 3 months it's just been down. For the year, here we go. Jump out point is 34 cents. Today we are at 41. Where I get long, not too far away, actually 51 cents. 51 cents, 50-ish is where I get long on Crow. I do think that you can probably, it's definitely a hold, if not a nibble here. But again, we start getting into that 34 range. Watch yourself, because at that point it could really fall. And when I say really fall, you're going to fall back to March highs back at 25. So watch yourself there in Crow. What's up, guys? Good to see everybody. Tesla, thank you. Appreciate it. Tesla we'll get to. BBIG. Marriott's on fire today. Sweet. Let's look up Marriott first, and then we'll go Tesla. Marriott MAR is the, on fire today, up 3.5%. So right here, it's pretty interesting. So the market memory back to November, that is really where you want to get long at. And guess where that sits? Right at 170. So you're at 174.08 today. You basically broke that. It was bouncing off of that in late December, early January, and then we broke it in early February, mid-February. Went to all-time. Yeah, stay long, baby. Stay long. You can probably smash it too. So there you go. Appreciate the Marriott. That's very, very good. I heard the earnings. Did I hear right that they beat expectations? So that's pretty cool. Resin's up. Thoughts on Bitcoin upcoming? Because I got a lot. Resonate. Here we go. You're going to know more about the stock because it's just going down. Again, I know you probably know something, but stocks that are doing this, it's just stressful. Why hold those stocks? We like stocks doing this. All right, look at Marriott. So you're basically basing out, this is the third, so the market memory, well, it's not there yet. The market memory of where it based out is 118. You're literally, I'm sorry, it pumped. So, okay, so Resin is the one, I'm sorry, the the candles were so far off the page. Yeah, for that, so it's just gonna, so clearly it's been bought out right there at that 430, 450 mark. So it's just going to slide right there. It's that is the buyout term. It's not going to move much. It will move some, and there are a lot of hedge funds that actually play those very small movements because they know it'll come back in line with the price that's being paid per share. So congratulations to you if you were in that, because when it went up, it probably, what did it do? Like a 400%. Congratulations on resin. Bitcoin, here we go. Bitcoin is, so we clearly know base support is at 29. I believe we're at 38 now. We need to really break 40, if not 41. 40, it's 40,800 is the exact, but let's just call it 41. That's what I like to see. We get above that. I nibbled yesterday. I nibbled on a lot of stuff when things were down. VGX, AVAX, which I'm just killing. I got more nodes yesterday. Today that I bought with the AVAX yesterday. I got into Vapor nodes. Got four passive income nodes there today. They pay about I think it's 100 VGN. But anyway, so 29. 34.5 is probably the next downside, right? So understand where you're at. So you're at 38, 34.5, right in that range. But we really need to be above that 41 level for me to start chomping again. Buy high, sell higher, right? We need to have that relative strength. Not really seeing the relative strength. In fact, let me see what the RSI. It's still below the 50. I like stocks and crypto above that 50 mark. You really want to be above the 40, but the 50 is a really good telltale sign. It did touch that 34K on the downside, and then it pushed up. So again, still very correlated with stocks. The most correlated that it's been in its history for the last 2 weeks. A 0.68 is what it's been, and that is an all-time high for that. So there you go. That is Bitcoin. We need to be above, again, 41K. All right, next up is we got BBG, then BBG first. BBIG, sorry. We got Venco Ventures going down, based out yesterday for sure at 227. You're at 265 now. If I was a betting man, you need where I'd start to nibble again, 390-ish. Right, if you want to be safe, I put you above the 200 day, which is it's running flat. So which would be above the 420. That's above the 200. And then if you want to go real long, that's at 530-ish. 530-ish. That's BBIG, little Venco Ventures. You probably know more about the stock than me through subreddits or whatever. So thank you, appreciate you guys, man. You guys are great. Tesla, sorry, forgot about one of my main stocks. So today we're up half a point, not bad. We're bouncing. The resistance right now is the 200 day, and that is sitting at 8. It's sitting right on the line actually. It's at 830. So we're at 804, but it did go up to that or close to that and bounce back. So watch yourself there. Where would I get long? It's fairly easy where I get long here. Let's move it up. I would say 900, but I'd really get above. It was really consolidating there, and then it broke down instead of up. So about 930-ish. 930-ish is where I go long in Tesla, and about 940 will put you above that 50-day too. So that 930 is a big mark for me. And at that point, I think you can smash it. So there you go. Appreciate it. BBIG 28 million in shorts. Let me look. Yeah, I've got a high short interest of 31%. 31% of the high short interest. That's very, very high. That's probably what in the top 10. So it could squeeze at any time. You're exactly right. That's a good call. HLBZ. Ooh, we looked at that one on Tuesday. Or yeah, see what's deal. So tell me some good news, because you know more about this than me. It's just basing out. There's nothing I can really help you with here. It's so small. It's at 284. It looks like it based out maybe at 250. It's so small. Where do you get long? I mean, clearly it's not going to be until like 620-ish. So, but I think you know more about this than me. It's got a very, very small float, so it can be pushed by retail at any time. So if you're in the Atlas the Atlas Discord or something like that. I'm sure those guys are telling you something that, hey, we're going to push this thing tomorrow or the next day. I don't see it moving much. It did move a little bit yesterday, but it's down again 3.5% today, which is it's not good on HLBZ. But I appreciate you being here, man. I really do. LSPO, what's up? LSPO. Am I missing it? Is that a new crypto that I don't know? LSPO? I thought that was so I don't have an LSPO. Is it ISPO? Am I just saying it wrong? ISPO. Yes. So this is one that I have done before. So not a lot of information here. This looks like it was a SPAC. Yeah, it was a SPAC. So it is. If you were in this from yesterday, congratulations. You are up. You're at 48%, but you were probably up 100% because it ran to 71. I think I'd stay long here and see what happens on Monday, but be ready to hop out and take profits. If it goes below here it is right here. If it goes below $30, you got to hop out because it will absolutely go back to 10 quickly, right? But you only have what, a week and a day of actual data here, so not a lot that I can say. But again, I can say this: if it goes below 30, you might be in trouble. So watch yourself there. But congratulations on the big win today because it did go up literally almost 100%. It's up 50 now. So congrats. That's awesome. Love to see you guys succeed. I really do. Have 3,000 shares at 340 down right now, but there has 30. Yep. BRCC. Sorry, BRCC. I did not do. Here we go. Same here. This was a SPAC. Clearly, the last 2 weeks gone up. Continues to trend up. It's got a bad day today, but continue to trend up. I'd probably stay long here. Where I might jump out at, there's not a lot of data here, guys, at all. So this is like really conjecture here. But at 15 bucks, you're at 18.49 now. At 15 bucks is where I jump. It's really 14.94 or something like that, but let's just call it 15 bucks where I jump out and take profits. So, but it looks like it's kind of consolidating around that 18 to 20 mark. So, but I'd be real careful. This thing could dive at any time, right? I'm still not totally convinced we're off the bottom. I believe that we are, but I'm not totally convinced. I'm just like you. It's anybody's guess. If somebody's telling you that they absolutely know, they don't. Do you think crypto's in a bear market? Well, when Bitcoin's down 50, that would be considered an absolute bear market from its all-time high, right? So until we get within 20% of that, 69K, you can call it a bear market. That's what I'd call it. If it were a stock, it'd be called a bear market. Yes. So, but cryptos. I mean, look, I've been in Bitcoin a very, very long time. I've seen Bitcoin do 70%. No, it was it said 60% down 8 times. It said 80% down 5 times. So this is par for the course. This is nothing different, right? So I don't know why I went to the gym. I'm thirsty as hell. So all right, sorry guys. Shout out to the people of Ukraine. Absolutely, shout out to them. I pray they stay safe. I pray they stay bunkered down. I'm seeing a lot of these videos on YouTube and on Instagram. Some I saw a tank run over a car, and then it flashes to they're trying to get the guy out with their bare hands, and the guy has to be 70 years. I mean. My heart goes out to them, right? Hopefully they can come to a agreement very, very soon to get the tanks out, right? And let's just get past this, right? So clearly the U.S. has screwed this up. I do think that you know what I think is actually working. It's not really the bank sanctions. I think it's the individual sanctions. If they sanction Putin individually, I bet that bad boy would back off. When somebody tries to touch your pocketbook, you either go one of two ways. One, you get very, very pissed off, or what? You back down quick. Because I mean, if he's really worth $100 billion, like a lot of people seem to think, I lose $100 billion. You know, I'm kind of backing. I'm backing off because I want my cash back. That's just me. D-Wax. What's up with the Trump train today? All right, this thing is going into a wedge-shaped pattern. It's going to squeeze. The underlying trend is up, so it should squeeze up. It's probably got another 4 or 5 days before it's got to squeeze. It's at 89 right here. I've been saying this for a long time. I'd stay long above 66, 67. I'd stay long above that. And then the next tier is probably long at 91, and you're at 89 now, but it's kind of just doing this, right? It's barely going up a little bit. So point is that you could call it a consolidation, but it is making higher highs, higher lows. So that's good to see. Let me see what I don't see any high short interest. I did see that they've gone back to a wait list. The app wasn't ready. Again, if whoever's running that, I would not be making apps. There's not like a lot of developers that would work for Trump. Let's just say that now, right? If they would just go on an acquisition spree, they could they could take out a couple left-wing publications and make them right-wing, and that would cause a huge stir, and that's the way to go. The acquisition route's the way to go if they want to do it right. Just my opinion. All this is, again, not financial advice. I appreciate you guys being here. MTTR is up. What's up with MTTR? I don't know if I can spell it, if I can not put an extra M in there. Matterport. So based out yesterday, then popped up. Again, very stressful stock here. Downside is at 584. You're at 693. So understand, you got to understand the downside, especially in a stock like this. Where would I even get you're not going to like this at all. I've said this before. About 11 here. I go down a bit. At that 1070, well, let's call it 11. Just to be safe. 11, it's at 694. I know you think, that's like a 2x, right? Well, you were just there in late January, so you're not too far. And it doesn't have like a lot of overhead supply. It does have some, right? And it's fairly recent, right? So understand 11 is where I start to chomp or nibble, and then where you get long, or where you can get real long is about that 16. But that 1670 is right where that 200-day is. Now that should start to fall. It's starting to come down a little bit, which is a very bad sign. If you're in a stock, if the 200-day is starting to kind of turn over on you, that's not a good sign, right? Because the 200-day is the bull bear pivot. Understand that. So there we go. Appreciate you guys. I did stake some crow. I may still be staking some crow because if you've got the card, you might as well stake because you're not going to sell the crow. So I believe that I am staking crow right now, and I believe that's pretty high right now. I tell you where you can get some really good staking rewards. So again, I don't work for them. I've got no deal with them. But Voyager Invest, so the Voyager app, you can get 7% on USDC. On Polkadot, I'm getting 12% just holding it in their little app. So I'm like, yeah, I'll take 12%. I'm not selling Polkadot probably anytime soon. It's a top 5 crypto hedge funds, top 5 crypto hedge fund crypto, if you would. So yeah, I'm not selling that anytime soon. All right, ALR, what's up? ALR, Alaris, another. All right, this is a stressful stock again, going down. Don't like it. 255 is based out at 253. You're at 260. You might can nibble at 311, but I've got a line here at $4, and that's where I'd probably start to go long. But that's just me. So there you go. That's ALR. You want SDN or SNDA? This is the senior living. I like this one. So understand what you're sitting on right now as far as resistance, because it is an uptrend since mid-December. It's just a slow one, which most of these senior living facilities are real estate places, so they're just there's not big jumps. There's big jump down, but not big jump ups. There are very, very few of those. So you're sitting on the 200-day bull bear pivot. I think if you're above 36, you're good to go long. Really, you really are. Yeah, 36. You can take some bigger bites. At 38.50 though is where you can go real long. There's not a lot of supply there, so it should shoot up fairly quickly. I don't see the float. It's not showing me a float though. So SNDA is not pretty good stock. Pretty good stock. Stay long. It's up 6% today, that's more to me. It's a healthcare, but I guarantee it's a big real estate play too. Power's up. PWR. Sorry about that, guys. PWR, thank you guys for being here. DraftKings and PWR is up. Power, I'm guessing you wanted either Quanta or are you wanting crypto? So if you're wanting the stock is it's at 108.09. Understand where you jump out, it's about 95. That's your downside risk. 110. You're at 108.09. At 110, I think you can nibble, but you want to see the follow through. You want to see 2 daily green candles above 110, and you're good to go. What is Jen Psaki saying? All right, they're saying they are going to sanction Putin directly. Whoa. And then I think they're going to sanction the Minister of Defense over there. It looks like sanctioning Putin big. That's again going to piss him off, or that's going to freaking stop it all. So I think what they're seeing, I think what the White House is seeing, again, just my opinion, I think they're seeing the videos that are on the ground that we can see through TikTok, we can see it through Instagram, we can still see them through Facebook. I think they're looking at that and they're going, this is not good. So we're taking the extra step, and I think the Putin thing is the right thing to do. Again, he could double down though. So all right, DraftKings at DKNG. If I could get to NG, DraftKings, here we go again, going down. You would think this would be the year. I think Penn is a better stock than DraftKings. I'm just going to put that out there now. It did have a great day yesterday, and today it looks like it's trying. It's up, half a point. I'm going to help you out here. Where I think you can nibble it, it's at 21.93 right now. I think at 25 you can start to nibble. If I'm in the stock right now, it's a hold. I cannot tell myself I'm going to buy right now. We have some follow through on Monday. I might could buy because at that point it's probably above that 24. Yeah, let's just call it 24.70-ish. And then come back and see me. I've got a line here above the 200-day at 42.70. That's where I get real long. But again, that's a 2x. That's 100% up from here. So, but that's DraftKings. That's just the way it's been. But again, you're stressing yourself out in stocks like that, guys. Get to stocks like this. What stocks are those? Those are defense stocks. Those are consumer defensive stocks. Those are energy stocks, MRO, DNT, XOM, those type of stocks, right there. Here's a couple more I like. CVX. Look at CVS as well. I believe that stock's doing well. VRTX and AbbVie are some good biotech plays as well. So there you go. You want to see Foot Locker? What's up? I've not ever looked at Foot Locker. Nice. Actually, I did look at Foot Locker. So there's a market memory going back to November, where it's at 57. It dropped today 29%. So it based out at 26. Wow. That sucks. All right, I'm gonna be real. There is a big gap. So if you, as a trader, if you want to play as a trader, maybe an intraday or a swing trade for sure. 31.23 is where it went to, that's where pre-market it dropped to there. So 31.20. It's going to fill that gap back to 38 pretty quickly once it gets back up, but it's got to get going back up. So, and it's got a lower trend line that's got to break, and it's got to break that at 33. So if I'm going to play this, I like that trend line at 33.80-ish. That's where I might nibble there. But if I'm being smart about things, I'm probably not nibbling till 46. You just had a bad day. A really, really bad, and that's probably an earnings miss, right? And that's probably from their e-com. So that's what I'm guessing. SLP is up. I'll do it. Appreciate you guys. AMC will do first. AMC we got. So it's just consolidating right now. It did have a big day yesterday. It's down slightly today. If I'm playing this, I mean, you might can nibble at 20, but you got the 50-day sitting right there. So it's going to bounce there. I don't like it until 30. Again, that's me. I am not an ape, right? And I don't have diamond hands in this. I'm just telling you, if I'm being honest with myself, in my opinion, Non-financial advice, I would get long at 30. It seems like it's a long way, but it was just there late December, right? So there you go. VU's up. What is up with the VU today? So want to stay long above that 395 mark in VU. So this is one of my heavy stocks that I'm in my 401k. I'm heavy VU, right? It's VU or SPY, right? SPY is 0.75% fee and VU is 0.5. So take the lower one. I think you can nibble above 395. It's not the best place because you've got a lot of overhead supply coming in. At 420, I think you can get long. I think you can smash it. And by that time, we're back in it again. We're not in a bear market yet. We're in a slight correction, right? So we're not down 20% yet. And I think that's what the Fed looks at too. Just so we're clear. All right, VU it was, VDE, and then I'll get to the, I forgot the one, oh yeah, VDE. What is this? Vanguard Energy Index, yeah, long. I'm long this above 91. 91 is where I jump out. You're at 95, but it's just consolidating sideways now. Again, if the Ukraine situation gets worse, and it could with the Putin thing, this is probably going to go up even more. I would look for 98 and 99 if things start to get worse fairly quickly. Literally on Tuesday, it went to 96.60, and you were almost at all-time high of 97.50. So there you go. Appreciate it, guys. SLP it is. Simulation Park I've got here. Ooh, it based out yesterday. Wow. Downside risk is 35.37. You have to understand where that downside risk is. You're at 38. You're going to hit the 20-day, which it will bounce off of, at 40. Where would I even start to nibble? Here you go. It's got a good market memory on this one back in July. It was resistance in August, as well as November, December, and now January and February. 43.25. 43.20-ish is where I start to get long. But again, you still got the 50-day above it, and you've got a downward trend line you still got to break through in the 200-day. So to get through all that would be at 46. So there you go. That's the SLP. Bearish next week? Man, I hope you're wrong. I'm not saying you are, but I hope you're wrong. So because I'd like to see us hit bottom. Let's turn around. We've shown the graphs that the day of the invasion, within a week, that is literally bottom for the last 5, right? History tends to repeat itself. Hopefully it does here too. But to say you're wrong, I would be wrong. I'm not saying anybody's wrong. Because look, I'm not here to be right. I'm just here to make some money. That's it. I'm in the trends biz. That's what I do. All right, so what we're doing. Thank you. Hey, I appreciate you too. What's up? Cyber solar stocks seem to be doing good. Give me one. Let me know what your solar pick is. What is that? J&J, little Johnson & Johnson. We haven't looked at this in a long time. Woo, great day today. Really a big mover, 5%. Moved to actually 6% today. So here you go. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've got a line here. It's got a good market memory for this too. Back in June and all through November, and then also into late January. Above 60. Here it is. Let's call it 62.50. 62.50-ish. I'm long. It's at 60. It's at 65 here. If I'm going to be honest with you, I'd probably. I think you can nibble here. You still got to. So what it bounced off of was an upper trend line from back in December. That was what was causing it bouncing off of. Also, the 20-day is sitting right there as well. So it probably bounced more off the 20-day than the actual trend line. If I'm being honest with you, I think you can nibble here. But 167, let's call it 168, is where I think you can get long. You can bang that bad boy. You understand? All-time high is about 181. So congratulations. That chart is not the worst. Now, you do have a lot of overhead supply that you're chewing back through right now. And you're about to run into the 200-day, the 20-day, and the 50-day in the next literally 5 to 7 points. So I understand that's what's coming up for J&J. OSTK had a hell of a day yesterday, and maybe the day before. Yeah, it was yesterday. So if you're playing again, stocks doing this. I'm not a big fan, but to get you out of this, had a great day yesterday. It's up today. I think that you can nibble here. You're at 54.13, 53 and above. I think you can nibble. Where I get long, and it's real clear where you get long. 66, let's just call it 66.50 is where you get long. It sounds like a long way away. It's really not. It was in like mid-December, and there is some supply there, but most of that supply you're not going to hit until you're really above that 67 mark. So there you go on the OSTK. Now I understand OSTK used to trade like a blockchain stock or a Bitcoin stock. So I know the founder's a big Bitcoin evangelist. So in fact, he might even be a Bitcoin maxi. What's up with the TAN? And then we'll do some crowd and FT&T stuff. TAN it is, TAM. TAN, oh, this is the solar. I like it. It's at 66 right now, based. So your downside is where it was yesterday, where it based out yesterday, 56.50. So if it goes past that, man, watch yourself. So I don't know if I'd nibble right here. I can tell you where I would though. And you're at 66.25. I'd probably get above 69 here. It's got some market memory going all the way back. So all the way back to May. And it comes all the way through. It doesn't even touch it. It didn't come through it until January of this year. So that's 69, and that'll put you above the 50-day too. And then it's real clear where you get long, very clear where you get long. It's 77-ish. So there you go. And you're not too far away from that because you were there in January. So again, it looks like it was consolidating. It was kind of moving up a little bit, and then it just fell off. I don't know if it had a big, or if solar just had like a bad couple days there. So all right, CrowdStrike, FT&T. CRWD. I do like the sector. I don't know why the sector is not better. It is going down. I'm not a big fan of stocks doing this. I keep saying that. I'll stop. So where you base at it is 150. 150 is your downside, right? So understand where you might nibble. Actually, you can nibble pretty big right here. 190. Puts you above the 50-day, it puts you above a trend line, and it puts you above the 20-day, which you just busted through today and yesterday. So yeah, I like let's just call it 190. 190, and then I think you can get a little bit longer at 212, and then get real long at that 230. Nice, pretty good. Crowd, that's not the worst stock, even though it's kind of doing this, and then it was kind of doing this. All right, TNT it is. What's up? Fortnite or how's it? Fortinet? Let's just say we're fortunate. All right, so I've got a line here. So this line I drew back in October, and it just perfect. A lot of market memory in this one, a lot. Above 290, you go long today. It broke above the 50, and it broke above the upper. Lower trend line. So again, here we go. As long as you're above that 290, you're good to go. You're at 325 at 320. I think you can go real long. Here, there is a little bit of market, a little bit of overhead supply, but not much. I like it. It's at 324. I think you can start to nibble here. I'd like to see some follow through on Monday, but at 331, boom. Bangers. There you go. What else we got? FOR, yeah. Nibble. In phase, in phase, I believe, isn't that a energy stock? And it's down. That's hard to believe. All right, so your downside risk is at 113. You're at 153 right now. Not the worst place. Not the worst place to be. It's got a lot of traffic right here. I would probably. So 150, 160. Now, above 160, you're above a trend line. So it's bouncing off the 50-day right now. 160, you're above a trend line, but understand the 200-day is sitting at 174. So it will bounce off of that. If you want to get long in this, like real long, it's not gonna be until like 196. But you were just you weren't just there. Late or early January, you're real close to 196. You want to do one more ARRY. Here we go, ARRY again, going down. Probably gonna know more about the stock than me. You might can nibble. It's at 1023 right now. It based out yesterday. That's not a good sign. Again, I keep saying that, so that might tell me that might be bottom. 818 it went to yesterday. 818 is what I show. It's at 1023 today. I don't like it there. I like it at, going back to August and July, market memory there, $13. I like it there at $13. That's ARRY. NVDA, what's up? Yeah, like it. So again, it hit that support that I've got a line right here at 215. Let's call it 213. It's at 241 now. You got a lot of overhead supply coming in. It's trying to chew back through it. You are above the 200 day, but you got the 20 day that it looks like it's trying to bounce off of. You're at 241. The 20 days at 245. Then above that, you've got a downward trend line, and then you've got the 50 day at 261. So, if I'm honest with you here, if you want to clear all that mess, if it gets above 260, 267, 268, that's where I go long, because I think you could almost go bangers there. There is some memory there. You could probably put a line at 273, 275 too. But I think you're almost in the clear. Here, let me redo that. Yeah, 273 is probably where I'd go long. You know, I think you can nibble above that 260, but 273 is where I'd go real wrong. Yeah, Square and Block had a hell of a day last night. Boom, 26% up today. Loving it. Good day yesterday. Again, it based out yesterday. I keep saying that, so that might be telling me we might hit bottom. 83.90. Sorry, no. So your base support, your downside risk is 82.65. You're at 119. So that's a good start. Where do I get long? So I like to get. So what is actually providing you support right now is the 20 day. So that's fair. That's not nothing. Let's just say that. You're at 119. I like one. Again, this is a very tough one. 151, I think you can nibble, but I really wouldn't touch the stock for me until 193. Again, you want to buy high, sell higher, because it's going up. Could you, if you believe in the company, which I actually do, I think that you could probably. It's definitely it would be a hold for me. Again, not financial advice for you, but for me, it would be a hold. I might nibble a little bit here. But I'd like to see that follow through on Monday, and with this one, maybe even Tuesday, right? And really get above the 50 day, which is at 131. So just let's get above that, and then let's talk some more. TCRT, Lanos, man. So guys, this one's doing this, like literally. You're going to know more about this than me. It based out at 77 cents is where is the absolute jump off point. That's your downside risk. Upside, I'm going to be real honest with you, 143, 140-ish is where I start to nibble, and then I get long at $2, and that's clear. So that's TCRT. AC, what was AC? AC is Associated Capital. Moves all over the place, so this can't be right because it's only got 1,500 shares that are traded. I've never seen this stuff before. I'd say if I had to just off eyeballing this with the market memory, June twice, October, December. Here's the level. You want to be long above 39.95. You're at 40.50. I'd like to see 2 green days of follow through, and I think you're good. Again, you were just at an all-time high in like late January at 46. You're at 40.50 right now. So congratulations there. SPY. I didn't do SPY, did I? Done it 1,000 times before, so we'll do it again. I like it above, so I like where it's at now for sure. I think so above 430 is where I would start to nibble, and that's probably the point that I jump out. It went there today, and it's now above it now. Where I get real long is real clear. 455. 455 is the key level in SPY, right? In the S&P, the key level is 4,500. That's the key level that we got to be. At that point, I believe we're back to a bullish market. Maybe a bullish tone for sure, but it might be a bull market at that point. But it's got to get above that though. So that was SPY. We did TRCT, GSAT. Nvidia reported a cyber attack. That's not good. Wow. So I know they have to report those now. Nvidia should have a very good cybersecurity team for sure, because they've got a lot of IP. So I hope that was not stolen. Thanks for the roses. I appreciate you. I really do. Tom, appreciate you giving me some roses today. Indonesian Energy Corp, INDO, trending up. INDO, never have I done that one. So that would be new to me. If I could spell it right, there it is. Woo! Big time up. So you went from base out of 270, you're at 1198. Congratulations. And that happened literally, in like 4 days? So, tough to stay. I'd say you stay long at like above like 650. I think you're good. I don't know when you got into this, because the last 4 days are just all over the place. So 650 is definitely where you jump out. I mean, that's clear. Above that, man, I just keep an eye on it. I mean, I could put a lot. Yeah, it's just jumped all the last 4 days. So above 10, I think you're good here. But again, let's just call base at 650. If it goes below that, you got to jump out. Where it is now at 10, that would be where I would jump out, because it was there this morning. It moved up 4%. It's at 11.98, almost $12 now. $14 is an all-time high. And guess what, guys? All-time highs beget all-time highs. That's why you want stocks doing this, because if the stock is here, it's probably moving up to here, right? If it's within 5% of its all-time high, there's a 70% chance it's going up. There you go. That is, those are facts and things you learn throughout trading. GSAT it is. Global Star. All right. So it faded the fade here. So base is 91. That's your downside support is at 91. You're at 119. You're off that. What's funny is I have a line here. Here it is. You're at 120. You're at 119 now. So at 120, I think you can nibble if you were going to get long, like real long, 170. But I think at the 120, again, it's here. You want to get above it, and then you want 2 days of follow through. I don't know if it does it today. It did do it today, but it fell back underneath it. So wherever it ends the day, and we are at the end of the bell. So this is where it ended the day. So on Monday and Tuesday, you want to see it above 120 both days, and those days it should be candle here, candle here. Candles need to be going up. Big green daily candles. I think GSAT, you can work your way out. Do know at 141, you got the 200-day. It will bounce off of that. So there you go. Appreciate it. Rio looks like yeah, it's definitely a pump for sure. All right, Rio it is. Rio Tinto. Is this the copper one? Yeah, I believe this is the copper stock. So downside risk is 59. Let's call it 60. You're at 77. It's in a good uptrend. It's got a lot of traffic right here. The volume's coming in right now. It's really good. It doesn't move much. I've got a line here, and this is, again, the market. Remember going back to July, September, and then we started getting into January, and then it just starts going sideways along this line. I've got a line at, are you ready for this? It's at 77.96. That's where the price is now. I've got a line at 77.60. So again, same thing here. It went through it. You want to see 2 green days of follow through, and I think you can go long. Can slim. Segi, S-E-G-I. Is that a crypto? Let's do it. Have I done it? I've done like Bitcoin days and I did Ethereum, S-E-G-I. S-E-G-I, because I did not find that as a stock. All right, let me look on my trading view, because I'm guessing that's probably a penny stock. S-E-G-I, and yeah, OTC. So, all right, here we go. I'm on the daily chart here as well. Let's move it up. I think you're at 0.014. I think you can nibble. Here, let me squeeze it in here. You might can nibble at 0.0202 ish. But I wouldn't get long until I'm well above, and this is clear, 0.0250. There you go. That's SEGI. BRCC we did, but I'll go back. I have no problem doing that. BRCC, tell you the exact same thing I said before. Yeah, this is the one where you got to stay above what? I think you got to stay. Well, you got to stay above this. 1444, let's call it 1450. That's where that's probably my base support. It was a SPAC. You know that it just took off. It keeps going up. It's down to day 6%. I'd stay long here, but understand you've got to watch yourself at that 1450 level in BRCC. There you go, Jan X on deck, and now moving to the batter's box. Jan X Therapeutics again. Doing this, but it's kind of it's at least trying. It's man, can you nibble right here? So downside risk is 14.11. You're at 18.10, so that's not too bad. I think that you can probably push up to 22. I think 22. I think you can nibble here because it was consolidating for literally like 2 weeks here. And you're above the 50, you're above the 20, you're above the trend line. I think you can nibble here. I'd be real careful, but 22-ish is where I get real long. And then I've got a line here back from November, and that would be at 27.50. So that's where you start to smash it and go bangers all on it. So PAAS is up. PAAS and VDE will do again. PAAS it is, Pan American Silver. It's doing this. I'm not a big fan of silver, but that's not me. I could care less, because if you can make money in it, do it. I think you jump out at 22, you're at 23.29. It's got to get above 25. It's got to get above 25. Let's just call it 25.50. But right there, you got the 200-day, which is doing this as well. That's never good. I thought silver might take off back in November, and it did catch a bid, but it wasn't a big one. So again, at 25.50, and then where am I getting? I mean, where I get real long is real clear too, 28.30 ish. But again, you're 23.29. You haven't been that 28 level since November. It doesn't move much, so I mean, it's not like the downside. You're going to see if it moves way down. It didn't move. I see maybe 2 moves of more than 2 or 3%. So there you go. What did I say? BDE. All right, I'll take a couple more after this, guys, and then I've got BDE. Yeah, this is the Vanguard Energy. So it's kind of consolidating right, kind of where it's at the last 4 or 5 days. I like it long above 84. It's at 95. I think you stay long here. I think if Ukraine gets worse, again, nat gas shot to the roof. Today it's actually down. This is probably for a crude. Sorry, it's the financial. No. Sorry. It's the energy index. Yes, I am correct. So 95. I'd stay long here for sure from a TA perspective for sure. All time high again, you're within 5% of the all-time high, and all-time highs beget all-time highs. So there you go. All-time highs like 97.50. So congrats. I would stay very, very long here. You are kind of butting up against an upper trend line, lower trend line. You're kind of butting up against that, but again, I would stay long here. Appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Please give me a follow. I'm about to bow out. I'll do a few more. Appreciate you, man. Ford, it's a good one. And then we'll do OCGN as well. Ford came now. Downside risk. Here we go. It went right to the market memory on Ford, guys. Check this out. It hit this exact right around at 16. 16s are downside risk. Back in June, in October, right? It was literally resistance. Those two levels, and it hit this in June, does this, hits it in October, does it again, and then breaks through finally. So 16s are downside risk. You're at 1783 right now. I've got a line at 19. 19, I think you can nibble, and where I go real long is at 21. And I like Ford. I actually like Ford. I really, really do. I don't know if spinning off, is it Ford or GM that are going to spin off, but I'm not a fan of that just yet. Let's get the EV stuff kind of really moving first and actually work it. OCGN it is terrible. Just maybe a good company, just terrible biotech. Downside risk is I got 292. You're 322. So watch yourself here, man. I know you might can nibble above 450. That was not where I do it. I start to nibble at 6. I know that's like 90% up. It's what it's going to have to be though. So that's OCG. That's OCGN. Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. I'm playing the downside. Oh, nice. Well, there you go. Ford said they are not doing. So they're not splitting. Ford not doing EV spin. All right, good deal. All right, guys. Well, that'll do it for me. I really appreciate you guys being here today with pretty good participation today. Yesterday was off the chain. We had like 10,000 views and like 200 people at the same time. Right now we got about 76. But again, give me a follow. I just did a deep dive into crypto on my YouTube channel. It's called Southside Crypto. It's in my bio. Just literally follow me here, and please follow me on YouTube as well. Last thing I'll say, look, guys, I do this every trading day between 2 and 2:30 Central Time is when I start, and we go about an hour. I think I started today about 1:45. So, but I've got to cut this off short. I've got to go get my kid. So with that being said, have a phenomenal weekend. I hope it's going to be warm for you guys. I know for me, it's at least not going to be as cold. So with that being said, watch your 6, go hard in the paint, and we will see you next time. We appreciate you. See you guys.